Hey everyone, welcome to the results video of multiplayer round 67. In this round all the players had to create something in a land that was themed after the frozen fields of Imagination Megapark. Now we had 14 finished entries in this round. I will show all of them in this video. I'll start with the one that got the lowest score from the voters, and I'll finish by announcing who's the winner of this round. Alright, in 14th place we have this entry from 73 who created this plot over here. I will quickly use the cutaway view on it. Now it's nice to see a plot for once that actually isn't pink. I think 73 actually conformed to the colors that most of these plots have on his land pretty nicely, which helps his land actually fit in. We can see some snowy scenery over here. Some interesting buildings, and of course it's 73 to 73, so there had to be a really tall coaster in the plot. But yeah, I think it's definitely an improvement over what I usually see him build, and I quite like this plot. Right, next plot is from 3DS Bacon. 3DS Bacon made this water coaster that you can see over here. So the boats travel through this channel here. The entrance is actually inside this cave, which I quite like. Yeah, boats travel through this channel here. Then they travel up vertically here in between these pillars, and then finally they drop down here, and then finally they enter the station again. Now also a little toilet building over here. Maybe it would have been nice if there was actually a wall here with a door. That probably could have been nice. But yeah, you can also see a coffee shop inside here. An extra boat, that's something that I like. Also see some more scenery over here. So yeah, overall quite a fun plot. Alright, next plot is from the Claude QC. Now it's quite a colorful plot. The foliage has all these interesting colors. Not really sure if these colors fit too well in the theme that was chosen, but it does make for a striking plot. Now, track is mostly wooden coaster track, but over here we also have some LIM coaster track, and we have twister coaster trains. So yeah, definitely an interesting mix of tracks and vehicles. Not really sure if it's the best mix, but yeah, the Claude QC is known for trying out wild stuff. But yeah, I think it's overall it's a pretty weird but interesting plot with some colorful choices. Right, next up is the plot from Wes, which you can see over here. Now I really like how Wes decorated the middle of this plot center with this coaster. I think this coaster looks great. I love the decoration around it with all these trees and these bushes, these small buildings. Yeah, I think this coaster looks great. However, the outside of the plot, yeah, I think might not have been the best idea to go with a dull gray here on the outside. But yeah, Wes is known for just building whatever he likes and not caring about his score too much, so I can really respect that. But yeah, in my opinion, the part that is actually decorated here looks really nice. Right, the next plot is right next door. It's from Deurklink, previously known as Lucas Yi on this community. Now he created this vertical drop coaster, which you can see over here. Here we can see a really cool looking station building, and I also really like the support work here on this coaster. Now I'm playing with OpenGL viewing mode here, but if you're playing on software renderer, this plot looks very glitchy. So it's probably a good thing I switched to the OpenGL renderer. Now I quite like the foliage around this coaster and also these decorations here. I do feel maybe an extra structure or extra ride in this plot over here would have been nice. But yeah, the stuff that is here actually looks pretty cool. Okay, the next plot is from Isao. I really like this plot. In my opinion, this was a nice case of less is more. Yeah, I really like how we made these penguins here with an interesting mix of different scenery pieces. I'm not actually sure how he did it, but yeah, these penguins look incredibly cool. I also love these fishes here, and these buildings here, I think they also look great. Here we can see a little bobsleigh coaster with some really cool looking buildings. Yeah, I was really impressed with this plot. It's very minimalist, because there isn't really much on the plot, but I think it looks really nice. Okay, the next plot is from Lurker, which you can see over here. Now, I do think it's a bit on the spammy side, lots of scenery, but a Lurker is known for being a really good spammer. He usually creates his creations in a very short amount of time, and they are usually very pleasant to look at. I think it might be a little bit too much on the gray side. Maybe a little bit more blue or cyan would have looked nicer and fit more in the theme of the frozen fields. But the coaster that's on this plot, I think it looks pretty nice. Nice little coaster. I think it's also decorated pretty nicely. But yeah, I think a little touch of color, a little bit more cyan, would definitely help this plot score a little bit better. Alright, the next plot is from Low Poly. And Low Poly created this plot here with this mine train coaster. Now, I think it has an interesting color scheme. These trees definitely look like the trees in the Frozen Fields area. And I also really like this coaster. And I think it's nice how Low Poly actually managed to get it to comfortably run with 3 trains at the same time. That's pretty nice. So nice mix of trains. I can see some wooden coaster, 6-seater coaster trains, but with a mine train vehicle in front. But also the decoration here is pretty nice. I quite like that the Low Poly also used these canyon rocks over here. The station also looks really cool. Something which I did question was the mixing these two kinds of walls. I don't really think these two colors go very well together like this. But yeah, that's just a minor nitpick. Overall, I think the plot looks really nice. Alright, next entry or next plot is from 30, one of the newer members on my Discord. Oh, he made this really cool looking coaster. The train actually consists of, I believe it's a horse and a stagecoach behind it. It does some funny banking stuff. It looks quite silly seeing it pass through the track here. But yeah, I think the plot looks really nice. I love all these little buildings over here. Really messy foliage, but overall I think it looks pretty cool. 30 also had quite a long story for his entry. It was pretty interesting to read. You'll see Mr. G over here walking around in front of this cave. I think it's a very interesting plot. This was not really my cup of tea, but a lot of the voters really like this plot. Right, next plot is from Manticore. Now, I really enjoyed this plot myself. Manticore made a really nice looking coaster over here. I think the coaster looks incredible. Some nice supports over here. The track layout is also pretty nice. And especially the station for this ride, I think it looks incredible. I especially love these doors that Manticore used. I've also started using these in Imagination Megapark now. So basically it's one of the walls from the Antarctic set, but with most of the back wall being made invisible. And I think these doors work great in an industrial setting. These windows, the same goes for these windows. I also really like the queue for this ride with these campfires in between. I thought this was a really cool looking plot. Now, this part of the park may be a little bit spammy with the scenery, but overall, I think it's a really nice looking plot. Right, the next plot is from In Error Predicting a Fault. He made this really cool looking structure. So here's a taller structure with these Art Deco walls. And over here is a big ice rink, also with a huge glass roof above it, which I think looks really cool. Also the entrance looks pretty nice as well. Kind of looks like a peepee. If we use the cutaway view, look inside, I think the ice skating rink here looks really nice. I especially love this stuff here in the middle. That was also really fun what he did with these vehicles here. It actually looks like he used, not really sure which vehicle he used here for the back vehicle. Let me quickly check that. But it really looks like someone who is skiing. There you go. It's called Ice Rink. Oh, it's actually jet skis. And let's check. Alpine coaster. Okay, so the guy in the back is actually on jet ski, which has been made invisible. That's super clever. I may have used this at some point. You can probably also make a skiing guest with this. Looks pretty nice. But yeah, really fun trick here. Also, we can see a little maze here in the middle and some other stuff here. Yeah, I think it's a really cool looking plot. And these buildings, I think they look incredible. Now, there was actually a tie for third place. So, yeah, also in third place, we see this entry from Nap Night. And yeah, what I like about Nap Night's plot is yeah, how close he stayed to the theme of the frozen fields. In Imagination Megapark, you could also find an ice go-kart. And yeah, I like how Nap Night kind of stayed in that same style. You can see all these go-karts travel around, and there's also several jumps in the track. Now, the foliage also really close to how I made it in Imagination Megapark. So that's a bonus point from me. I also made a little condo ride on the plot. Vehicles do some weird stuff over here. Not really sure how or why they do that. But yeah, overall, I think it's a really nice looking plot. Also love this entrance here to the go-karts. Overall, it's just really nicely done. Also really like the station for this ride. Alright, there's just 2 entries remaining. And they also happen to be next to each other, which is a good thing. Okay, I will just first show both of them, and after that I will reveal which one is the winner of this round. Alright, I'll start with the one from Beautiful Monday. Let me see if I can get the cutaway view nicely. There we go. Now, Beautiful Monday has a knack for creating giant castles, and Beautiful Monday also creates a beautiful castle in this plot. Yeah, the structure of this building, just insane. A really cool mix of different elements. Also love how these teepees were used as yeah, the spires for these towers. But also this spire structure is just incredible. Also looks like there's a dragon, an ice dragon here on top of this castle. That's just insane. That's some really cool yeah, sculpture work. Yeah, a really cool mix of track pieces, but also scenery objects. Yeah, that's incredibly cool. Now, there's also, of course, a nice looking coaster on this plot. You can see it over here. It gets launched from the station up this big top hat, and then through the rest of the layout. Really nicely done. Also love the structure for this coaster and these incredible fantasy style supports. It's just amazing. Now also the foliage around here, and just yeah, it looks like it's on top of a hill made of snow, but the hill itself is actually made out of Sphinx objects that are recolored. That's just so incredibly creative. So yeah, definitely one of my favorite multiplayer plots I've ever seen. Wonderful work from Beautiful Monday. Alright, and here's the final plot. This is the entry from Max Arceus, who's been doing really well in mini contests and multiplayer rounds lately. But yeah, he went for a completely different style. These Japanese style buildings here look really cool. Or maybe it's just Asian style. You can see one of these really cool looking gates here. Yeah, I've seen people make these gates in many different ways. This looks like a smaller version. I think it looks really nice. I also really enjoy these buildings. We can even see some chimneys that were made with these stacked minecart vehicles with some smoke on top. That's really cool. And this looks like sort of a Japanese garden over here. Oh, it's also a bobsleigh coaster traveling through it. Maybe it has a bit too much straight track here for my liking. But yeah, maybe it wasn't possible to do the layout in a different way. I don't know. Still, I do think this plot looks really nice. Also see a little chairlift over here. That must be the way for guests to get to the top. And we can also see some hot springs over here with the geyser and some more smoke to represent steam. But yeah, I think it's a really cool plot. You can also see a path here with lots of these gates. I believe there's a path in Japan somewhere which has something like this. But yeah, really nice plot from Max Arceus. And something which I actually haven't shown yet is this backdrop here. I think it's really cool what the Max Arceus did here on the back by coloring the edge in this void color. And making this really cool edge with these void colored walls over here. Really nicely done. Alright, now it's time to reveal which one of these last two plots is the winner of multiplayer round 67. Is it this plot from Max Arceus in the Japanese style, or is it this beautiful castle from Beautiful Monday? And the winner of multiplayer round 67 is... Beautiful Monday. Beautiful Monday also got one of the highest scores I've ever seen in one of these contests. This creation is just beautiful and it's just incredible. That was actually sort of a speed build from Beautiful Monday, which just goes to show how incredible this player is at this game. So yeah, a big congratulations to Beautiful Monday. Also a big congratulations to everyone who finished their plot on this round. I really enjoyed seeing all these plots. It's just incredible what you guys all put together. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. If you want to join one of these rounds, just become a member on my Discord server. After a while, you may become a trusted member and then you can also join these rounds. Now, if you enjoyed watching all these plots, please give this video a like. It would really help out my channel. And I would like to hear you, or I would like to read in the comments what you guys think is your favorite plot. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again in the next one. See you later.